Hi, my name is Will. Before committing to Jesus, my life was full of fear, full of self-doubt, full of addictions. I eventually ended up, it all ended to homelessness, being on the streets.
My name is Shantae Martinez. I grew up here in Midvale. I was born and raised there. My dad was in and out of my life throughout my whole life. He was in jail and prison for 29 years out of my life.
Hi guys, my name is Ana. Nice to meet you. Antes de aceitar Jesus de verdade, eu acreditava em Deus, mas minha fé era morna. Eu levava uma vida comum, com momentos bons, mas também com muita insegurança. Dúvidas e uma sensação constante de que faltava algo.
My name is Fábio Navarenho. Durante muito tempo eu estive escondido da minha fé, acreditando que Deus tinha predileção pelos perfeitos e que dificilmente me faria um santo e que Ele fazia mais pelos outros do que por mim.
I thought that things like having many relationships or having material things, fast cars, a good job, material things, superficial things would fulfill me, would somehow fill that hole.
When I was on my own, I met a guy who was a little bit older than me and was quickly started a relationship, had kids, got married, and thought I found someone to love me. But it didn't last. He stopped being around and wasn't faithful. I wanted to protect my kids from what I experienced. I felt lost and confused. This cycle happened a few times, eventually led me following my dad's examples and fell into drugs.
Mesmo tendo tanto, eu buscava paz e direção, mas nem sempre sabia onde procurar. Recentemente, algo começou a mudar dentro de mim. Um presente especial que recebemos da nossa filha Monique, um devocional e uma Bíblia transformou a nossa rotina. Por que será que não levamos isso tão a sério antes? Naquele momento, percebi que o Espírito Santo já estava agindo em mim. Era como se meu coração estivesse sendo suavemente preparado para algo. Desde então, minha vida tem sido transformada. Tenho buscado viver muito perto de Deus. Nossa fé como casal se fortaleceu. E isso tem feito toda a diferença. Hoje há mais amor, mais esperança, mais sentido. Mesmo nos dias difíceis, sei que não estou sozinho. Jesus caminha comigo.
É o olhar de Deus encontrando quem precisa ser encontrado. É o amor de Deus amando quem precisa ser amado. É o olhar de Deus encontrando quem está perdido, fazendo nascer um novo em quem está tão antigo, envelhecido, fracassado. É esse Deus que eu quero seguir e me alegra todos os dias da minha vida. É nesse Deus que jamais desistiu de mim, e se aconteceu comigo, pode muito bem acontecer com você.
And it's almost like I was constantly running away from God and Jesus and reaching towards something external, all those physical addictions, all those physical worldly things. And I'm 33, and I spent all those years doing that, and I'm just so glad that I'm here with Jesus now.
After thinking that I found love in people, I finally found true love in Jesus. About 5 years ago, my dad passed away. When it happened, I wasn't around. I decided that I wouldn't let my daughters get that same call that I got, that their parent passed away. As I take baby steps and see the signs of faithfulness, I tried a few different churches, but I finally found acceptance of my past and who I am here. I finally felt like I could come as I am, and I feel like I could meet Jesus here and learn for myself. I felt loved.
Eu era descrente e agora eu creio.
Infelizmente, a gente só procura Deus quando está em aflito. Isso é muito errado. Hoje eu tenho Deus no meu coração e me sinto muito bem com isso. E vejo que faço bem para as pessoas e quem está ao meu lado. Eu sou uma pessoa com muita fé e caminho junto com Jesus. Eu era sozinho e acreditava que podia conseguir. Hoje eu caminho com Jesus.
So the moment or the time that led me to realize that I needed to put my trust in Jesus, or that I put my trust in Jesus, was going to the rescue mission. You know, I started at the rescue mission the first day, the day I became homeless. I was talking to a loved one on the phone, someone that I care about, and you know, they put some doubt in my mind that I was going to get into this program and I was going to be not having to be on the streets that day. And I hadn't prayed in so long. I hadn't prayed in like years, I think, like 2 years. I hadn't said a word like that to God. But before I left that hotel room at checkout time to go to the rescue mission, I spoke to God, and I said, God, you are more powerful than that. You are more powerful than that doubt. And you know, I walked over to the rescue mission with the little bit I had. Read about their program, their New Life program, and I came into the mission just confused, broken, and I asked them about the program, and they had one more bed left. They had one last bed, and I knew that was God. In that moment, I knew that was God saying, this is where you need to be. This is the first step you need to take to come back to me. Before I had Jesus in my life, I was defeated completely. And now that I've accepted Jesus and I have Jesus in my life, I have victory.
I finally found my true love in Jesus. I want everyone to know that. And what's different with my life now than before is I have been saved, and the Spirit is indwelled in me, and I can feel it. And I feel so alive. Like I was saved, found, and alive now. And it's such a beautiful feeling. Before Christ, my life was lost and broken and upside down. And now with Christ, I'm saved, found, and alive.